Is only the truck driver at fault for a commercial truck crash? Well, commercial truck crashes can be really bad due to the size and weight of trucks compared to passenger vehicles. But if a commercial truck causes an accident, is only the driver liable? Could there be other parties? Well, sure, of course there can. Obviously, the first party you're going to look at is the driver. Was the driver speeding? Was the driver distracted? Was there a DUI? Was the driver falling asleep because he was driving too many hours? Potentially, the driver is going to have some sort of liability when an accident like this occurs. But who else could be liable? Well, number two is you look to the trucking company. Trucking companies are required to provide safe trucks. They're required to provide safe drivers. And so if you look to the trucking company and have them pull the file of the driver and you find out the driver's had tons of citations before, the driver's been in multiple accidents before, maybe even a DUI, something like that, you're going to look to the trucking company and say, hey, you guys should have never hired this driver and put him in the driver's seat of a big commercial vehicle. You were negligent for doing so. The third party to look for is potentially a third-party contractor. Now, a lot of large trucking companies will hire third-party contractors to try to shed liability. So the most common example most people see is those Amazon delivery trucks. They say Amazon on them. The drivers have uniforms that say Amazon on them, but many of those are operated by third-party carriers that are not Amazon. So if you are involved in a crash with a commercial vehicle, make sure that the person you're bringing the claim against is actually the entity that's responsible for the truck and the driver, because it could be somebody other than the name tag or the company that's shown on their uniform. And then finally, fourth, product failure. If the truck crashes because something in the suspension broke and it caused it to swerve and made an accident, you're going to want to look at the shop that serviced the truck last. You're going to look at the part that failed. Potentially, there's a claim against the manufacturer for product liability as well. So if you're involved in a truck, it's usually going to be kind of bad. And if that's the case, you're probably going to want to talk to a qualified lawyer in your jurisdiction, whatever state you may be in. If you're in the state of Nevada, where I practice law, feel free to give me a call or drop me an email.